As I walk outside, I see people holding hands, and it just makes me think. Some people don't have anyone to hold hands with. Maybe they don't know how to have friends. So here's my quick little list, you feel me, for how to have some friends. Number 1, don't stink. You gotta shower. If you can't shower, get some baby wipes. If you can't get some baby wipes, I don't know what you're gonna do, but don't stink. Number 2, if you do stink, you better leverage that out with a dope personality. I'm not gonna lie to you. You can't be stinky and funky attitude. That just don't mix. I promise you, bro. And although you shouldn't have a bank on it, people will overlook certain shit if you just are a cool person. So, plus points if you don't stink. Even better if you got a good personality. You feel me? Number 3, hang around common interest points. Look, man, they say don't date people at work. That's stupid. You're going to meet the people where you're at all the time. One of those places is at work. Other places might be the gym. If you like playing games, maybe Discord. Wherever people meet up that have a common interest as you, it's easier because you don't have to explain, oh, well, I'm here because so-and-so. You know why I'm here, bro. You know why I'm here. I'm here to work out with you. Let's be friends. What's up? Think about it. For number 4, and it goes hand in hand with hanging around common interest spots. You got to do stuff with people. Literally, you're not going to have a friend if you don't ever do the friend things. You have to go out with people, something simple. If your coworker's going to go get pizza for lunch, maybe tag along with them. You might gain some friend points. Think about it. Number 5, you got to get out of your comfort zone and participate in their life for a few. Sometimes we want friends to do everything we want to do. But why don't you be the good friend this time? Why don't you see where you can fit in someone else's life? And with that comes the next one. Number 6, take an interest in other people's interests. When people notice that you actually are interested in what they like, you could see the light glow in their eyes and, their smile get wide and they just get passionate about what they're talking about. Literally, if you have a difficulty interacting with people for a long period of time, ask them what they like so you don't have to constantly be the one bringing up different things to keep the boat going. Number 7 is a little difficult, especially if, maybe you're on the spectrum or maybe, social cues are not just the best for you. But in general, try to understand people's social cues, right? You're not always going to know everybody's social cues, but pick a person that is a friend candidate and see what makes them tick. Certain things are okay with other people and not okay with others. For example, some of my friends I can hug and they'll hug back. Some of my friends, I hug them, I might get stabbed. And that's okay. I don't have to force them to be a hugger. You know what I'm saying? I just got to respect their boundaries. So that's what I mean by understanding social cues. It'll really help you out in avoiding a lot of awkward situations. Number 8, be available for them to talk/vent to you, but don't ever try to force something like that. Don't make people feel bad for not opening up to you, or don't always be like, hey, what you doing? Hey, what you doing? Hey, what you doing? Let people come to you, I'm not saying be like a doormat, always be ready for someone to pull up, but you have to be available at some point if you're going to be somebody's friend. Fucking car in the background, dude. But yeah, man, that's how you develop a toxic relationship fast, and you being the bad guy, not even the victim. Number 9, understand that not everyone will put the same effort or even value into the relationship as much as you do. But that's okay, bro. Once you get past the hurt of that thought, there's power in that. If you can't control how others respond, then you can temper your expectations going into it. Meaning, if you're spending time with people for the pure joy of it, then so what if you're their, 10th friend on their list and they happen to be your second or maybe your first, right? If you feel like your other friend has their eggs in so many baskets and they never give you time and all these things, maybe this is a sign for you to broaden your horizons. You know, allocate some time to your life or allocate some time to meeting other people. You don't have to be begging nobody to give you their time, you know? So previously I said, respect their boundaries, but also respect your own. Respect your own time. Don't be slobbing behind nobody. Fuck that shit. There's plenty of people in this world. Enough for you to find one for each interest to be able to talk to. Trust me. Number 10. Think of being a friend as giving rather than receiving. And a lot will go easier in life. Like, if someone doesn't want your apples, another's gonna ask for them. I promise you. So this one is twofold, right? Because down to the apples analogy, you don't have to force anyone to take your apples. There's plenty of people who are hungry. And by that, I mean your conversation, your time, and it's really echoing the previous sentiment. But on the other side, sometimes we want too much from other people and not really think about what we can give people. We end up being a parasite, a pariah, rather than a benefit to people's lives. And we'll never notice it, you know? Or, I mean, worse, some people know it, they do it on purpose. But I feel like that's separate. They're like fucking heinous, maniacal people. But for me and you know, we might end up being the bad person on accident and not notice. That's why it's good to have these kind of conversations. Give more than you want to receive, and things will go well for you. Trust me. For number 11, just remember that one person can never be your everything. They can't. And this is kind of related to finding other people if your friend isn't really trying to give you that much time, right? One person can never be your everything. So you shouldn't even put that expectation on them to begin with. I don't think it's healthy. I think if you find somebody who does 80% of what you want, leave it at the 80. Don't try to get to 81% because you might, break the camel's back with that one straw. Nobody is perfect, and you will never be the whole world for somebody else, not for long at least, and vice versa. So keep that in mind when you're looking for friends. Don't expect the world out of a human. Number 13 is trust. Like, that's the foundation of every healthy relationship. And sometimes it's difficult for me, honestly, but at some point you have to trust people. Like, yeah, you've been hurt in the past and you're gonna be hurt in the future. On God, you're gonna be hurt in the future. But would you rather spend your whole life afraid, looking over your shoulder and not being able to enjoy anything? Or would you rather enjoy it despite the fact that you know you're gonna get hurt? If you can't avoid the fact that you're gonna spend 1 hour hurt, why would you spend the entire rest of the day anticipating being hurt? Enjoy your day, bro. And that's what I mean by trust, right? If you know you're gonna get hurt at some point, that's okay. People are people. But enjoy the time that you have with the people in front of you instead of anticipating that hurt. Life is not about the avoidance of pain, but managing a life well lived despite pain. Number 14 is just listen. You don't know just how little people go in their day-to-day lives without ever being listened to. So many people are heard, but nobody really stops and just listens to them. Everything is waiting to respond. You don't even have to say anything sometimes. Just sit there, look them in the eye, and let them talk, bro. A lot more people will like you. Real. And last of all, number 15, be loyal, but only as loyal as your morals allow you to go. Remember, even demons want your loyalty. It shouldn't be given to everybody. Be selective or it'll get you in some shit at some point. I've learned my lesson like a couple times off of that. You ain't no groupie. You got a life to live, and I better not see you trying to throw it away over people who don't care about your life or their own damn life. And with that, guys, I'm out of here. I hope this helped you a little bit. I might do a part 2 along the way because there's so many different things that can help you, maintain friends, get a new friend. But I felt that this list was a good way to get people started if you're struggling with that. All right, I'm out of here, guys. I got to go home. I hope I don't miss my train. I love y'all. Lex is out.